Interesting. Kind of assumed it would. They give me the option to loot some of that stuff. I was kind of considering looting that guy's treasure chest. My gamer instincts are, sometimes outweigh my moral roleplay skills.
How could that great breach not have been caused by the mages?
It is reasonable to believe that magic was involved, but we cannot assume it was the rebels. How many powerful mages died at the Conclave Scout Lane? How would those deaths benefit the rebels?
I'm not sure.
Good. Now you're thinking. That's a start.
What's your name, anyway?
You may call me Charter, Scout Lane. Now lower your voice. Your report is not for the world at large. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water.
I like you. I think she said her name was Charter? That doesn't sound right. I should have been paying more attention. Lots of people training up. We'll go talk to them in a bit. Man,
if the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses. I heard Seeker Pentagast might try to acquire suitable mounts from Master Dennett in the hinterlands.
Oh, and who are you to be fishing around for what the higher-ups are doing?
Back in Angsburg, my uncle was 5th Praetor.
And what's that mean for you back in Arnsberg?
Honestly, about as much as it does here.
It was a funny conversation. Although, better horses than no horses at all? Yes, I agree. We definitely need that.
Flitter thought you and your men might be working up a thirst. Treated me over to see if you needed anything.
We're fine, thank you.
What? That's so nice of her, and you just, no? You're just rude about it? Can I chat with her? No. Okay, well, I'm looting whatever you have here, then. Don't mind me.
Expected you'd be by.
Did you?
I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
The new gear? Oh, yeah, what happened to my cool green shit? How did I not notice that it changed? I've been talking about how cool my gear looked before. How's the new gear fit? I'm not gonna say quite well, but I don't want to be super rude.
It's not exactly what I'm used to.
There we go, good answer.
Wrong time for style to dictate what you wear. World's
Agree to
gone mad.
disagree.
Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
I'll make it happen myself, thank you.
Who outfits the Inquisition's soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
Okay, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. I also need to find Manave. I met Segret, and I'm clearly meeting the blacksmith.
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
Well, that's actually kind of an interesting piece of timeline, because Lothering and Redcliffe, the places he's talking about, were featured in the very first Dragon Age Origins. And to know that he was like escaping from that blight and just barely made it here after the boom. So those were happening presumably pretty close together. Can't just have him the luckiest son of a bitch walking, or the exact opposite. Dude, you're pretty lucky. You got out of Lothering and Redcliffe and made it here without getting in trouble with the breach. I would say that's pretty good.
You're still walking. That's always good.
True enough.
So, what can you make me?
What can you and your team make here?
Arms and armor. We work irons and blighted dragon bone if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy? Bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
I suppose. I've always thought in these games I was making it myself, but I guess I'm just bringing him the materials and the designs and asking him to do it? That doesn't really make sense. Why would I have to bring you everything?
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or
Exactly.
Tough convincing traders to haul up here.
Good point.
Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
Okay. Well, do you have designs at least?
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside. Just outside of what? I don't know what that means.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Okay. Thanks for the info.
Goodbye.
Right.
So... before we craft, let's see what we already have. Okay, good. I can look through all my characters here. That's great. How does this compare? How do I look at my offhand? This one. Less crit damage, more into overall damage. Okay, that's what I meant to do. I don't want a longbow. I don't want a worse dirk. Armor. Level 6, I don't have that. Mercenary coat is worse. Accessories. Belt of melee defense, yes please. I'm basically gonna give all the best stuff to Taylor. And, oops. The rest of my guys will figure it out as we go. Weapons. You are sword and board for sure. So how about this Morning Star? Slightly better damage. Hits a bit faster. Wish they would actually give you a speed stat. I'm just going by the DPS calculation. 4% sunder on hit. Yeah, use this please. Yep. Let's stitch that. Wrong button. Stitch that. Shield you're using is good. Oh, wrong button. Solus. Yeah, you're good, man. I don't have any of that for you. Same to you, man. So, I guess I'll keep my best longbow. Get rid of this one. Get rid of this crappy dagger. What is this? Two-handed? Common mace, warrior only, level 4. Okay, we won't get rid of that. Or that just yet. Oops. Always hit the wrong one there. Armor, fire resistance, cal, level 6. No need. Rogue only, so the only one who'd be eligible is him. His is already better, mine is already better. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Let's take a look at crafting some armor. Craft new armor or weapons. You need a schematic and materials. Appearance, potential power. Materials, stats, and powers. Schematic determines the appearance and power. Materials determine stats and power. Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, some of this armor's not too bad. I don't know if I have that much leather and metal yet. Okay, warrior only. That makes more sense. More sense. How about this? I assume this is rogue only? Yeah. So... No idea what that symbol means. Each crafting material has a predetermined stat value for each possible slot type, which you can view by examining the material. The final value of the stat coming from a slot is determined by multiplying this value by the number of materials in the slot. Okay. So I can make it out of Druffalo, which makes it sort of this nasty orange-yellow color. I can make it out of Nugs, which makes it this white color. Could kill some foxes, make it this color. Kill some rams, make it this weird purple color. See, that's just not that cute. I know it shouldn't matter. I know that it shouldn't matter. I hear you when you say that. That's not how my brain feels about it. So I want to pop in here and see what my current scout code is. 50 plus 2 cunning. Okay, let's compare that to what happens if I do this with Druffalo hide. 95, that's almost twice the armor rating. But I don't get the stat bonus. These are not nearly as good as plus 2 cunning. And honestly, I shouldn't need the armor if I'm not fucking things up. Chance to stagger attacker on being hit. It's meh. Again, I shouldn't be getting hit. I'm not gonna make this. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna make the defender armor either.
Another time, then.
Let's check out the weapons I could craft. Craft a rugged dagger, 118. Let's see what we can get. Okay, well, put onyx there, and sure, take some critical bonus. Does this change the color of the blade? It does. Iron is much easier to find. I'm gonna go iron. Okay, great. And that appears to be the only weapon schematics I have, unless I buy some. Not too interested in doing that. Alright. I want to simply make sure, okay, that's in my main hand, and that TP, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Things are weird. Now, can I improve my weapons? Upgrading an item adds the upgrade stats to the item's stats in addition to changing its appearance. Plus 3 cutting. Ooh, okay. Okay, well. So if I go in here, no. I just can't even do anything. And I guess I can't make the parts either? Hold up, maybe I can. If I go into craft weapons, runes, shields, bows, daggers, staves, two-handed, one-handed, all weapons.
You need something? Let me know.
Okay.
You need something? Let me know.
I heard you, dude. Interesting. Okay, so I think this resets all my stats. Yeah. And you can get 1 for cheap, and then the rest are expensive. That's all he sells here. That's interesting. Oh man, I don't want to kill this thing for no reason, but I need your fur. Oh, I didn't even get any loot from him. Now I feel like an asshole. At least it was quick, right? Does that make it okay? Oops, oops. So here's the deal. Because I've played this game, I know that I can go out in the wilderness here, And I can explore this area, and I can wander around there, and then I can come back. Now, what do you get for that? You get some, mostly crafting supplies. Some iron, some elf root, some leather if you kill some shit. You get a hunting stand, which we'll see where that comes in play later. And that's it. And it's a long-ass walk. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just going to let you guys know that right now. It's not usually my style. Love to explore. But I just think they could have really populated it with something more interesting. Blah, just playing. There's actually a quest to go there later. But again, I'm going to save it for a bit later. Maybe till I have a faster way to move around. See these guys training, it's kind of cool. I don't know, sort of seeing if they would like get out of sync at all. Yeah, I guess not. This is a cool chest. Sure, I'll take that bow. Sorry guys. You gotta quit my guys before your guys. That's how I feel about life.
See reason, Lisette.
I mean,
we cannot stay here.
Why not?
Not really, but
Because
that's
we're
how
Templars.
Taylor does.
What does that even mean anymore? That we splinter and fight amongst ourselves instead of protecting the mages?
Better that than stay here with this Inquisition.
You're awfully quick to dismiss the people who saved your life, Matrin. Yes?
So does that mean you're staying?
You're not going to rejoin the Order? When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
That's nice. What happened to you?
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion? No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life. I like your take on the Templar Order. It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
Yeah, that's a positive spin on it. A sanctuary where mages can practice their craft. Maybe that's what they intended originally, and they just got scared and power hungry. I hope you stick around, Lisette.
I will talk to you later. Walk in the Maker's grace.
What about you, buddy? Got nothing to say to me? Alright, I thought that soldier guy was over here. Guess I'm mistaken. Alright, so we've been over there. Ooh, something to read. Andraste's Mabari. You know Andraste's old Mabari? He don't show up in the chant. And if you ask those holy sisters, well, they'll say Andraste can't have had some big old smelly war dog, but all Ferelden knows it right. Our sweet lady needed someone who would warm her feet at night. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Teventer, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal, without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, that dog he guards Andraste, without arrogance or fear, only asking of his mistress just a scratch behind the ears. But then old Mafroth gets to plotting, tries to lure that dog away, but even as they trap the prophet, her Mabari never strays. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Teventer, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, they thought the wounds had killed him, but then he limped out toward the fire, and Hessarian he shed a tear as that dog laid on the pyre. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Teventer, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal, without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Yes, that Mabari is the companion of the Maker's holy bride. A popular, if historically unlikely, Ferelden tavern song. Mabari is, cool dog. Cool war dog. The type of cool war dog, not like a war dog's name. Patient observations day 3. Oh, interesting. I think we saw day 1 in my like bedroom, but I don't know if we saw day 2. Less thrashing, some response to stimulus. Vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save her life, and will they just execute her? Will inform Lady Cassandra I expect her to wake before the morn. Try to kill me? 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the chantry. That's interesting. I wonder why that would be. Maybe they weren't really trying to kill me. They were just breaking in for other stuff.
Do you think the mages will be able to seal the breach?
I heard some speak of using the Templars instead.
Oh. I suppose that would work as well.
I think it's going to take this green mark to get it closed, kids.
Master Harry said that without more ore, he won't be able to get blades for the recruits.
Tell Master Harry that ore doesn't grow on trees.
Yes, Mom. I think he knows, Mom. He talked about how we have to dig it up.
Master Harriet, I believe, is the blacksmith who just told me he doesn't supply the troops with weapons. So something's amiss.
If you've got lyrium to sell, Commander Cullen is handling all purchases. Oh, you're her. Thrin, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
Oh yeah, so that's what I meant when I said hunting site. I meant logging site. My mistake. Special orders. So what do you do?
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
Yeah, so how'd you end up doing this job?
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Loghain MacTier, best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
So those are references to the first Dragon Age. I disagree that she says MacTier is the best leader. Like, he was an asshole, totally screwed my character, totally screwed the Grey Wardens. Oh, yuck, I can't believe she supports him. But I guess I don't remember who I said why it was like king of Ferelden, so I don't know. She's talking about the royalty in Ferelden, though. Anyway, I'm glad you believe in him. No, Loghain is a fucking traitor.
Loghain MacTier betrayed the Grey Wardens and his king.
Were you there at Ostagar? I was. King Cailan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Loghain made the right decision.
No.
I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Oh, you don't even know what was happening. Oh, that's not how I see it at all. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
So the way requisitions work is a little frustrating in my opinion, because they're basically endless quests to collect shit. And when I first played the game, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to supply them, right? Like, I don't want the troops to be hurting for what they need, whatever that may be. But they just keep coming. And then I'm hurting for the materials I need, which is even dumber. And I don't think that... I don't know. Maybe there's something in the end that you get if you actually complete a whole bunch of them. But I never saw rewards that were at all worth it. I think you get like a little bit of influence, but it wasn't enough to make a difference past the first, like, beginning of the game, really. The Randy Dowager Quarterly, a well-worn quarterly missive of suspect virtue. The Randy Dowager welcomes the cool of autumn with the fall of another, the collected dreams of desire, being the confessions of an apprentice and training more furrowing than harrowing. Forbidden dalliances at their most spirited. The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought but spry of step. The lady herself says enchanting. One supports the circles, if only because closed doors offer the imagination more. 3 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. It was weird. I thought I saw something else I was allowed to read in here. No, just imagining things. Don't mind me. Oh yeah, I think this is the healer's house. Apothecary. Find recipes through exploration by visiting merchants. Visit an apothecary with herbs to upgrade potions. Equip to assign different potions to each party member and to replenish. Upgrades. Unlock permanent upgrades. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to replenish, but I don't think I can afford upgrades. Let's see. No, it takes me like 1,000,000 ingredients to do that. And I don't even have those other things unlocked.
Thank you for hurrying with the potions. We have so many injured.
We'll get them back on their feet, sister. Don't you worry.
Oh, that's reassuring. What a nice guy. What you got in here, buddy? I'm just gonna borrow this schematic. You can keep your hatchet. Patient observations day 2. Oh, here we go. So maybe this is the guy that helped me out. Keep me alive. Pulse normal, breathing normal, still unresponsive. Careful drop feed of prep. Elf root extract to hasten her recovery. A lot of thrashing. Mutters about too many eyes. Something about the gray? Encouraging? I don't know if I consider that encouraging, but hey, I made it, right? Did something right.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
Yeah, so... Thanks for your help, man.
My thanks for any part you played in that.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Oh yeah? How are things going then?
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
I'm not gonna tell him he's cranky. He's stressed.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Alright.
How do I go about having potions made?
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
Okay. So here he's talking about... Yep, I know how it works. Okay. I have 7 elf roots. Costs 1 to make this. So... Okay. So let's replenish this by 1. Cassandra, let's give you 2. Nobody else needs regen, everybody else can use potions. So he asked me to, or not asked me, but he mentioned needing Master Tegan's notes, and that's one of the things that I can find if I go like exploring this whole area. But again, I don't want to do that just yet. We'll have to do it some other time when I'm feeling more motivated for that kind of walk. Let's talk with Solus.
The chosen
Solas.
of Andraste. A blessed hero sent to save us all.
Sounds dashing.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary.
Posturing is necessary?
I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
I like saying unstoppable, but I think it's going to be interpreted as being super aggressive. I'm so displeased with this outfit.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins? Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay then. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Yeah, of course. I do think that Taylor here would be impressed with Solus's ability. Again, as a dwarf, no experience with magic, no capability for magic, and doesn't feel particularly threatened by magic. So, to know that Solus has this power that Taylor really couldn't conceive of experiencing, I think that would make her pretty impressed with him. I'm also glad he's staying. I agree, it's dangerous being an apostate, but where else is he going to go? Like, I think he should stay here and help out. I'm not going to volunteer Cassandra to do anything.
The giant hole in the sky trumps any other concerns. We can worry about the rest later.
Agreed.
Yes. Who can say what this world will look like when we are done fighting for it? But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Alright. Alright guys, I think that mostly is it for exploring Haven. I'm gonna head back to the Chantry, get this quest going on. There's some places to explore there too.
Forgive us? We have the Herald of Andraste. She was sent by the Maker himself.
Some people have trouble believing Andraste would send a dwarf to do her work.
If Andraste gives you the nod, you should be good in the Chantry's eyes, shouldn't you?
Not everyone saw the vision of Andraste. It's just a tricky situation.
I'm sorry, I got totally distracted. I was listening to their conversation because this Chantry sister is saying that she thinks we should go back to the Chantry and beg for forgiveness. But first of all, terrible idea. Second of all, I don't think they'd go for it. This guy, on the other hand, is a little overzealous with his appreciation. Like, he insists that there was an elf in the Chantry, or like the Chant of Light, which, you know, I hope there was, and it's shitty that they took him out if that's the case. But also, you know, he's like, oh, she was chosen by Andraste, like, we have Andraste's approval. He doesn't really know that. I don't think that, assuming that Andraste lives, he really has the ability to know what Andraste wants of us. I was thinking at the time also, I wonder how Taylor feels about this new role. I can't decide, really. I don't think that she believes that Andraste chose her. I think that was sort of a matter of being in the right place at the right time, or wrong place at the wrong time, if you will. But I do believe that that was someone beyond this realm of existence that sort of helped her out of the breach. Otherwise, how did she survive when everyone else who has way more power managed to perish? And I obviously have this mark on my hand, so you know, that's a pretty major anomaly. I don't know. We'll see how her opinion of this role being interpreted as the chosen of Andraste seems to suit her as we go on. But I've rambled long enough. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching.